public service announcement. Currently, there is a slight bug, okay, a major bug, where you are more likely to open tri-class cards. However, considering that the 3 tri-class legendaries are the ones that are most prevalent in the decks that I want to build, seems good to open packs right now. There's 2 tri-class already. Another 2. It's definitely really prevalent. Oh, what a surprise! Don Honcho. Well, that's a pretty good one. Huh, I'm actually not getting that many tri-class. Okay, I got Don Honcho and a handful of 100 good cards. Come on, give me some Kazakus. Golden Courier, womp womp. Those are some pretty good commons. It's nice opening the first 2 packs and being happy that you open cards like Jade Shuriken and Jade Idol. It's like, yeah, I need those cards. Jade Swarmer, yay. Jade Behemoth, yay. Hellfire Potion, yay. Yee, Doppelgangster. Draconid Operative. Piranha Launcher. That one's not very good. Jade Swarmer, Jade Claws. I think most of the Jade common cards I've gotten. Jade Idol, good. Second rare. Ah, yes, brass knuckles. Ooh, second Draconid operative. Volcanic potion, in case I need it for arena. Ooh, Raza. That's a really good one. Come on, I really want that Kazakus though. That would go really well with Raza. I don't know if it's just me, but near the end here, it seems like I stopped getting the tri-class cards as often. Maybe the hotfix went in while I was opening the pack. Maybe. But this is just one man's small sample size. Okay. Alright, it is the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan release day. Did a lot of research before the expansion hit and like crafted some decks, put them together so I was ready to go on release date. And here's what I have so far. I'll go like class by class. These are mostly Gadgetzan decks. Of course, all the standard decks are gonna be good still, and maybe you can adjust them. But first of all, I'm gonna shake things up with mostly new decks. So, starting with the Grimy Goons, this buff deck from Warrior uses Hobart, a lot of the hand buffing mechanics, Grime Street, Pawnbroker, Brass Knuckles, even Brass Knuckles. Doppelgangster is the big one here. Doppelgangster tries to get buffed by Grimy Gadgeteer and the Brass Knuckles. Brass Knuckles can be even better if they get pawnbroked. So this is kind of like a patron deck. Just gonna try to buff Doppelgangster and then control the board until I can. Buff Paladin. You'll notice that this deck has 0 spells in it. Instead, I've chosen to use spell-like effects like Aldur Peacekeeper and Keeper of Oldemon. The only card that's not a minion in this deck is True Silver Champion, so it's very similar to Zoo in that respect. Simple game plan. Have a large hand of minions, and then use the buff cards so that they're better. Fight Promoter gives you more gas at the end. Oh, and Smuggler's Run is the only spell. 2 spells. Hunter buff deck. I have 2 Doppelgangsters in this deck, even though most of the cards buff beasts. I feel like it's good enough just because of Shaky Zip Gunner and Don Honcho sometimes, and the Doppelgangster isn't that bad if you play it alone. Other than that, this is a mid-range Hunter deck. I expect something similar to this to be very powerful when it gets more refined, due to the power of Rat Pack and Shaky Zip Gunner when getting buffed. The Shaman deck is very much like a mid-range Shaman. I've replaced the weaker or similar mid-range Shaman cards with Jade Creators. So I've got Jade Claws, Jade Lightning, Jade Spirit, Aya Blackpaw, and Jade Chieftain for the Jade synergy. Managed to put in together a Jade Rogue deck. It's with N'Zoth. N'Zoth can summon Aya Blackpaw and Jade Swarmer. Unearthed Raptor can get more Jades for more Jade Golems. And other than that, Jade Shuriken is a nice Jade Crater. Shadowcaster on Eye of Blackpaw is the dream. Jade Druid is probably the most likely good Jade deck, but we'll see. It is basically the Malygos Druid, except it takes out Malygos and the Moonfires and puts in Jade stuff instead, along with the 0 mana 8/8, so now have a 0 mana 7/7. Reno Lock gets a pretty big improvement by adding in Kazakis and better cards like Abyssal Enforcer, Cabal Trafficker, Fellfire Potion, Mistress of Mixtures is nice. Unlicensed Apothecary, Blast Crystal Potion. These are like kind of tryouts for the deck. Reno Mage, with Inkmaster Solia in here. Maybe Reno Mage will be great. Kazakis as well, of course. In each deck, there's a stretch of possibly getting Brand Kazakis to go off. Decided to add in dragons to the Reno Priest. There's a dragon theme, there's a slight N'Zoth theme, there's Raza the Chained. Brand can hit Kazakis, he can hit the Museum Creator and Historian. And finally, Dragon Priest, which is just a very solid and powerful deck.